Hi guys, this is Audrey from Audrey's Crafting Corner, and I have this map it's a paper map, and I had it on my wall, but it's starting to get pretty worn and I don't want it to tear up, so I've decided I was going to try and cover it. So what I did was I actually bought 2 rolls because I thought it wouldn't be enough for 1 roll, but it turns out 1 roll is probably enough because this is contact paper, clear contact paper I got from Walmart. Now I'm sure you can get bigger rolls maybe, but the one I got was the 12" by 10" and as you can see, the map is clearly bigger than that. So, but I already have one rolled out here, and it has grid lines on the back of it, so you can actually measure it to cut it. But what I did was I stretched it out along the map to see which way I was gonna go, and I decided I'm gonna go across. And so I've cut the pieces for it, and I actually cut 1, 2, and this is the 3rd piece, and it fits perfectly, and I'm gonna keep it that way. But afterwards I believe I'm gonna get some clear packing tape and go around the edges, because this is going all the way to the end, but I'm afraid something may get under it and then start to make it come up. So I'm going to get some clear packing tape to go around after I cover it with the contact paper. Then I want to go around the edges to like seal it in. But I'm using the clear contact paper, also a pair of scissors, and oops, this is a soap cutter that I usually use to cut my soaps with, but it's a smooth edge. So what I'm gonna do is, when I'm putting it down, I'm gonna slide across it so it won't get any air bubbles in it. And this is what I have. And since I don't have a stand, I'm gonna start doing it, and then I'll come back and show you my progress. Okay, this is a little bit of my progress. It's hard, but I finally got the paper unattached from, well, the contact part unattached from the backing, so it was kind of hard, but I got it done. And now I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna start going across it. Okay, so I've gotten started, and so far I am using my hand to press it down, because I think the warmth from my hand will help it. And so I'm using that for now, but I am going to use yeah, because I can feel a little bump right there. I'm gonna use the flat edge to make sure that it's flat and there's no air bubbles in it. And I will be back. Okay, I have gotten a little bit further down, and I want to show you how I was doing it. So I'm just basically slowly pushing it. Pull it back towards me some. I'm slowly pushing it down this way, and I'll pull some more of the paper off. here under it. I'm pulling it that way. But I'm not pressing it down, I'm pulling it, and then I'm taking this and going down like that. Basically, I'm trying to laminate it without a lamination machine because I don't have one this big. And I mean, you could do it if you were to cut it, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep it intact. So this is the best way I've found to try and do it so far. And I'll be back because I only have one hand to work with here. Okay guys, I've gotten a little bit further. I was trying to, I really wanted to show you, so I'm gonna try this, because you can see this end right here. You may not yeah, see, you can see the shininess on it, and that's where it is on there so far. And as I'm going down this way, let me show you. Let's see, here's the paper. I'm pulling it, well, I'm holding this in with my elbow and I'm pulling it. You see, the paper is coming away from the contact. And so right here is not touching it yet. So I take my hand and I'm pressing it out for the warmth of my hand to help it to stick. Then I go back with this and I am just pressing it like this to make sure there's no air bubbles under it. Then I'll go down a little further, paper up, and I'm gonna pull again. Okay, then the hand. Okay, you can see like right there, there's a little, you can see that's where I had it, that's one of the folds in it. Okay, now I'm gonna take this and make sure I pull it. And I think that may be a little writing or something on there, maybe from one of my grandkids. Or I don't even remember where I got this map. I may have bought it from a thrift store or something. And that may be why the writing's on it, but I think it's from one of my grandkids though. Okay, and then go down a little further. I can control it a little better now. It's not really that hard. Hopefully I'm not going to run out of... okay, I got it all the way to the end. Okay, I may have to try and pull that back up. And I think if you do it quickly, not quickly, but not like snatch it up, but as soon as you're doing this, if you can pull it back up. Hold on, I gotta stop for a minute. Okay. So I pulled it up and then I pushed it back down. You can feel, I can feel the folds in here, but it is straight. And one row done. Yeah, three more to go. What is it, 3 more or 2 more? Let's see. Okay, let's see the. Okay, I'm gonna go from, and put across there. Okay, so. Okay, so I'm gonna, when I go over this part, this is where this stops. So when I put the next piece down, I'm gonna go over the top of this so that, you know, there's no in between. I really wish I could have gotten a piece that was, you know, got a roll that was this long, and then, you know, I would have just went from one end to the other, but I didn't. And this is what I have, so this is what I'm gonna work with. Now, this is gonna start from here, so that means I'm gonna have still a little bit left on the top, but I have another piece that's cut that length, so I'll just cut that width that I need off of it. And I'm almost done. I'll be back to show you the final product. Okay guys, I found a different way to try and show you while I'm doing it. So don't come for me. I'm trying to do the best I can with what I got. So, okay, I'm going across here and was it a fly? Anyway, I'm going across here. Slowly, but and let me pull some more of it out. And go from here, because I'm using the warmth of my hands to make sure it's going the right way. Then I go back with this and press to see if I'm getting air bubbles out. And I don't want to get any air bubbles in it, but if you do, you can take like a straight pin, like I don't know what we call them straight pins and sewing. So it's the little needle with the little head on the top, where you can take it and you can poke wherever the hole is and let the air out. But hopefully we don't have to do that, because we're being very careful and keeping it level. Using my warm hands to make sure it's going down. Then go back with this and try to make sure it goes straight across. There we go. Okay, so we're getting further down. I decided to turn it around on my table, and then that way I can pull it towards me. Well, I could pull the map towards me as it's being covered and away from me to press it down. Go. Okay, they're supposed to be together, but I think I moved up a little. I moved up slightly, and so now there's a tiny little gap there, but most of it is already done, so we're not gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna do what I can with what I got, and then, like I told you earlier, I was gonna take some packing tape and go around the edges for that little tiny section in there. I'll just put a piece across there because it's clear. We can see through it. And to be honest, if you have packing tape and you don't have the contact paper and you want to use what you got, you could cover it with that. But, you know, I didn't want to go through that. And since it's paper, if you get that packing tape, once that packing tape comes in contact with it, you won't be able to pull it up without tearing it. So I don't want to use that. And quite frankly, I did not know that this was going to be where I'm able to pull it up. So I'm actually shocked that it did that. I'm able to do that. And I'm almost to the end of this piece. Like I told you, I think I got off some, so I don't know if it's going to go all the way to the end. But we're going to go as far as he will. Yep. Oh, it went all the way. Okay, that fell on the floor, but I'll get it. And you can see, there we are. We went all the way to the end. And I'm just gonna tuck that under, but you can see right there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but this is where the other one stopped. And I started on top of it down here, but somewhere I got off. And unless the paper is not straight, but it came off, so there's like a little tiny gap there all the way down. So when I get my packing tape, I'm gonna cover that. And this is on the edge, and what I'm gonna do is fold it over so that it can cover. Okay, I'm just showing you where I'm folding it over the edges here. And that part is done. Now I have from here to the end. So now I have to get my paper. Reach it. Okay, this is my paper that I had already cut. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to go and redo it, but since it's got the grid lines on it, I can just go and measure from here where it stopped to here where I need it to end, and then just cut that in length, and I will be back. Okay, I'm done now. I just made it to the end, and I'm gonna tuck that under. I do have another little portion like the other one I showed you where it went off, but like I said before, when I get my packing tape, I'm gonna cover that. So it's all fully covered now. You can see the shine. That's how you know it's covered. But I have my whole map done. So it's basically like laminating. I haven't thought of if I'm gonna do the other side or not yet, but I'm pretty sure I am. So thank you for watching, and talk to you guys later. Bye.